Call of Duty just put the fries in the bag, man. The numbers are in, and Black Ops 7 had a peak of 90,000 players on its launch.
Black Ops 7 came out. Yeah, I'm just as surprised as you are. I had no idea, and I am fucking video games. But now after looking into it, the quote, "The only thing that kills COD is COD itself," could never be proven more right than with this release.
They made it to where you had to play with other people in a campaign. It's not even it's a co-op campaign. You can't even play this shit by yourself. And if you do, nigga, the game is automatically harder. They made this to where you have to play online with other people. Campaign has a lobby.
I just want to play the game. This shit is not fun, twin. This shit is not fun, twin. Where the fuck this nigga come from? I just spawned, my nigga.
Yeah, I don't know why y'all acting so fucking surprised. I'm not even gonna do the intro. I'm gonna just go ahead and get right into it. Well, first off, if this video is like an hour long or more than 30 minutes long, so be it. Two, I'm gonna go over everything that I was supposed to, uncover with you guys in my previous episodes. I'm gonna go over all the research that I've gathered, all the information that I have discovered ever since, this whole thing started, So sit back, relax, grab some snacks. No, I'm not Korea's Kitchen. That's his thing. Like, comment, subscribe, because this is going to be a long one. This is probably going to be almost as long as I would do a gameplay video for like a gameplay playlist or something. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. Oh, where do we begin with this? Well, first things first, going back to what I was saying earlier. Yeah, I don't know why y'all seem so damn surprised. Y'all should have known that this was going to happen for Call of Duty. Y'all should have known that this was not going to end good for them. Like, there's this quote from this one song by I think Dax or Hobson. I'm going to put this out there. No, I'm not a fan of Dax or Hobson, of that matter. Hobson got a few bangers, but I'm not a fan of him. But it is a quote from this one song. It was like, "You should have knew I was coming." that's how I stand. That's how I feel about how everybody's reacting to this game, reacting to Black Ops 7. You should have knew this was coming. You should have known this was coming. And the events of all of this happening feels so underwhelming. And I'll tell you why. Because again, I knew this was going to happen a long time ago, months ago, and I kind of feel bad, and at the same time I'm kind of shocked still, because I actually predicted this months ago, bro. Like one of the COD Rant videos that I did, I literally predicted that they was gonna crumble.
Bro, y'all not even finishing Black Ops 6 yet. Y'all not even finished dropping content for Black Ops 6, and y'all already talking about this? Like, bro, who is coming up with these ideas? There's no way, and this is for the COD fans again. There is no way y'all are looking at this and y'all response are immediately is like, "Oh, this is about to be a next hit. I'm definitely buying this." No, bro, the seeds are already being planted for this game to flop already, bro. The foundation of this crumbling down so badly, it is already being built.
I pretty much called it. For whoever that was watching the video at the time, I pretty much called it. So I'm still shocked. I'm still a bit shocked, but at the same time, I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. And all this is happening, and I still see some of the people trying to defend this game. Look, y'all can defend this game all you want, but the numbers don't lie, the reactions don't lie, the comments don't lie, and the evidence sure as hell don't lie. So you can defend this game all you want, it's not going to do any difference. And I actually want to talk a little bit about that, me being shocked a bit, because I didn't think it was going to be this many people actually cooking the game like that. I didn't even know it was. I didn't know it was gonna be that many people. I didn't believe it was gonna be this many people dogging on the game like that. Cause usually when I be having these videos, usually when there's a new COD title out, and you know, at least people like me or people with good enough sense can see that something's clearly going on behind scenes when it comes to these game titles. I thought, you know, I thought it was gonna be a big ass community, a big ass group of people that still was going to defend the game, was still going to meat ride this damn game. But nah, that's not even that. I mean, sure, there is like still some people there that's going to defend the game regardless of the circumstance. But it's like the people that's dog walking the game outweighs the people that's defending it. You know what I'm saying? So you could only imagine the reaction or the look on my face when I started to see all of this unfold. Like it's crazy, you know. Regardless though, at the end of the day, I still feel bad for Call of Duty, okay? Because I don't want them to go out like this. I didn't want them to go out like this because I love COD. I love the COD titles, not the current ones. But I love, you know, all the COD, not all of them, but I love a lot of the COD titles that they dropped before, you know, this era began. Call of Duty was one of the biggest reasons that I got interested into first-person shooter genre to begin with in the first place. So it pains me to see this happen. It pains me to see this unfold. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and move on from the sympathetic crap to some real shit now. So Black Ops 7 is out. Now, as many people would say, you know, because I've seen it on the internet that they didn't even know that Black Ops 7 dropped or you know, Black Ops 7 was released. Well, they did announce the release date for Black Ops. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, I can't lie. I didn't even remember the release date of Black Ops 7 because I just didn't care enough. But nevertheless, they did announce it, and there was promotion going on for Black Ops 7. Like I've seen it in public. I've seen it on drinks and on commercials, TV ads, YouTube ads, all that stuff. So they were promoting it. The only problem is there was just no hype about the game. Literally, by the time that y'all was supposedly ready to release the game, the majority of your community already fucking left. If I could find the statistics on how many players were on Black Ops 6 when it first dropped and compared it to how many players are on Black Ops 7 when it first dropped, you will notice a very big difference between those numbers. The numbers don't lie, gang. The numbers don't lie. This was a terrible time for y'all to drop another COD game. I said this a long time ago. It was the wrong time for y'all to drop it. Y'all only dropped, well, before y'all even dropped it, y'all only announced Black Ops 7 just to compete with another game that was already whooping your ass. And I've seen this happen before in other companies. Like Call of Duty, well, Call of Duty is that's the name of the game title, but Activision or Sledgehammer, whoever has ownership of all Call of Duty titles, this is not the first, you know, corporation or first company I've seen this happening. This happened with WWE too, cause earlier this year, like say for instance, I'm not gonna be talking about, you know, this ain't a WWE video, but I just want to talk about it a little bit just to show you guys what I'm trying to get through to y'all with. Earlier this year, there were two PLEs going on, one from WWE and one from AEW. There was a new PLE that WWE announced. It was called WrestlePalooza. Now, I don't know the name of the PLE that was going on at the same time WrestlePalooza was happening for AEW. But basically what had happened was, and you can hear this same thing coming from a lot of fans from WWE as well. Basically what happened is, the only reason why they went and announced WrestlePalooza for it to happen on the same day that same PLE from AEW was happening is because they felt like they had competition and AEW was possibly whooping their asses. And the end result of that was that WrestlePalooza was one of the worst PLEs that was ever produced this year. And the product was so bad that even ESPN went out of their way to rate the show, and they were basically saying that the show was mid. I'm not lying. I'm not making this up. You can do the research yourself. Go look it up. I promise you it's going to show pretty much the same thing that I just stated. And as a matter of fact, if you have a legit certified WWE fan, go ask them themselves how they felt about WrestlePalooza, and they would tell you at the very least that it was mid. Basically, the gist of that is WWE saw another wrestling company doing another PLE or doing another show that they felt like was gonna do big ass numbers. They got scared, they got desperate, and they got reckless, and also they also got ignorant, and then they rushed the product of something coming out, and then when it came out, it was an absolute stinker. The same thing, this same scenario applies to Call of Duty Black Ops 7. They saw another company coming out with a game that they felt was going to do big ass numbers and that was going to whoop their ass. They got desperate, they got reckless, they got ignorant and stubborn, and they rushed the game and they released it, and that was the end result. An absolute stinker. There's a few more things that add ons to this scenario as well. You know, they was looking for a cash grab like any other selfish corporate stupid ass decision making company. But yeah, I just laid out that scenario, an example to explain why announcing Black Ops 7 at the time was a terrible ass decision. Because here's the thing, y'all could have waited. Y'all could have waited for the smoke to clear from Battlefield 6. Y'all could have waited for that to, you know, to die out, to dumb down. Then y'all could have, you know, announced Black Ops 7 after. Y'all could have waited after a little while for you know, to announce that game, and I'm pretty sure the end result would have been pretty different. During the time Battlefield 6 was exploding, and it still is, not gonna lie to you, but during that time, y'all could have went back into the hyperbolic time chamber and invest your effort and resources into this game that y'all should have never announced so damn early. And I'm never, ever going to forget or let go of the fact that y'all weren't even 6 months. Y'all weren't even barely 6 months into Black Ops 6, and out of nowhere, y'all announced Black Ops 7 simply because there was another company publishing a game that was about to do numbers. I get why you would defend COD for this. COD may be hated, but at the same time, they are very loved by the fans. But even you have to realize that this makes no fucking sense. Bro, it hasn't even been a year since BO6 dropped, and they are already announcing BO7. What the happened to actually taking the time to develop your games? That's why I mentioned this guy, because it's crazy that right after this guy says this about y'all out of nowhere, out of the blue, y'all end up announcing BO7. Yep, that does it for me. Call of Duty is literally fucking cooked. Like, seriously, no bullshit. I'm like, you might as well say, well, and spoiler alert, because I'm about to say something that might spoil y'all if y'all haven't watched or read this manga yet. But pretty much, you can pretty much call me Kajin Koji from Boruto 2 Blue Vortex at this point, because I'm over here with the 10 directions ability, seeing all the possible outcomes of how this could have went. Like, on some real shit, y'all honestly could have played the waiting game, man. Y'all could have played the waiting game. During the time that Battlefield 6 was announced and they dropped the beta, right? And during that time, whenever they felt like they was ready at the time, when they dropped the full game, y'all could have played the waiting game. Y'all could have waited. During that time y'all was waiting, y'all could have, you know, like I said earlier, invest more time into the game that y'all should have never announced so early, and y'all wouldn't have got the feedback that y'all got now. At the time, like during that time when y'all did that, if y'all would have went that route, right, y'all wouldn't have the same feedback that y'all got now. I promise you, y'all wouldn't. But no, y'all didn't want to do that, because like any other nepo baby narcissistic ass cash grabbing ass company, y'all saw another company that was dropping another game that was about to do numbers, and y'all didn't want to share the fucking spotlight, so y'all went on ahead and made this dumbass decision to release a game so early that doesn't even seem finished. That's what y'all get. And now this is what y'all get. This is y'all end result. This is the end result of y'all making that terrible ass decision. Well, countless terrible ass decisions. Now y'all in hot water, and the majority of y'all fans is on y'all ass. And we tried to tell y'all, we tried to warn y'all, we tried to criticize y'all. Y'all didn't want to listen. A wise man once told me this crazy ass phrase that you shitted in your own bathtub and now you gotta bathe in it. But knowing y'all probably gonna shit in your own bathtub and let it sit there and never clean it. And I want to take a brief moment and talk to the fans of Call of Duty real quick. Current COD at least. Let me tell y'all something. This is exactly what happens when you don't criticize the company. This is exactly what happens when you don't call people out on their shit. They continue to do the same dumbass, wicked ass, selfish ass shit, and it gets even worse when you don't open your mouth. I have seen this scenario play out way too many times. Okay, I've seen this play out countless times, and regardless of how hard I try to avoid it, I'm going to continue to see this play out in the future. All right, because this doesn't just apply to video games. This also applies to life. This applies to all of reality. Okay, this also applies to TV shows, movies, pop culture, media, people in real life, public, family members. This applies to damn near everything. The matter and the principle of you not opening up your mouth or standing up and actually calling people out on their bullshit when they continue to do some wicked ass stuff, it will get worse. It will get worse. And this literally applies to things on a corporate or company level, even in politics. This applies to everything, my nigga. And yo, the crazy part is I'm thinking about it now, bro. We're only 15 minutes into the video. We haven't even covered the actual game yet, bro. We haven't even covered the zombies, the multiplayer, the campaign. Yo, this is like the Eminem diss against Nick Cannon, bro. This is 34 bars. We ain't even 30 the way through. We're at the tip of the iceberg, and we still ain't even covered the real shit yet. And it's crazy that I'm saying that we ain't even covered the real shit yet, because I already said enough real shit as it is. Yeah, let me go ahead and move on to the next thing. So let's start with the campaign. Oh man, this is crazy. Let's start with the campaign for Black Ops 7. Where do I even begin with that? I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. I am not about to make this an hour long. I'm gonna split it up into parts. So this will be a finale, but it'll be split up into parts. So this is gonna be like the final episode part 1 and then the final episode part 2. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I gotta edit some more videos. I'll see you guys soon.